On the 18th of January 1937, the Ohio River flood began, when the river exceeded the flood stage of 52 feet or 16 meters at Cincinnati as a result of heavy rains. The flood would ultimately kill 385 people along the river from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to Cairo, Illinois. German Führer Adolf Hitler authorized the creation of Adolf Hitler schools, special new schools for gifted boys 12 to 18 that would prepare them for the NS Ordensburgen, which were also known as Schulungsburgen, and these were schools developed for elite Nazi military echelons. There were strict requirements for admission to the schools. Junker candidates had to be aged between 25 and 30 years old, belong to either the Nazi Party, the Hitler Youth, or other Nazi organizations in order to enroll. General Motors de Mexico, GMM, a subsidiary of the US automobile manufacturer, produced the first Chevrolet truck assembled in Mexico. The CBS radio show Aunt Jenny's Real Life Stories, starring Edith Spencer in the title role, premiered at 1:45 p.m. Eastern Time as a 15-minute soap opera. I think this is actually a US radio channel. Sponsored by Spry Vegetable Shortening, the show would run on CBS Radio until November 16, 1956. And then over in South Africa, stricter immigration laws are enacted in order to mostly target limiting the immigration of Jews. The average temperature in Berlin was minus 6.2 degrees over here. And that's it for the facts today. Now, everything might look a little bit different. If you have not just watched the live stream that I did just like an hour ago, less than an hour ago, probably. Yeah, I just replayed the entire first year with all DLCs. We now have Götterdämmerung. We have an entirely new focus tree. We managed to wrap up Ethiopia quite well, although something is different about the focus tree for Italy, and somehow the war has not officially ended yet. I think it's because it... Oh, let's not do that. Keep him there. I think that's because Italy has yet to do this focus over here, Triumph in Africa, and that will actually end the war. So our volunteers are still stuck here, Mountaineer and the Leuven, without points on the O. Because I haven't done that yet, I haven't fixed that yet. Of Abyssinia and the Mountaineer are still stuck here. So I had to send something else to Spain. There's no 2 Mountaineers here now. There is 1 normal infantry regiment, the 3rd Infantry Division, along with the 3rd Panzer Division. So it's pretty good. We managed to wrap up Bilbao just like we did in the past. This time there's no single unit stuck over here somewhere. The unplanned offensive is in different states than it was before. So now we can only attack really in Cordoba. And Leon also doesn't have it, but yeah, Leon is firmly in our control with no enemy troops anywhere near. So right now I just have my troops standing here defending against these guys who are attacking into them with minus 90% division attack. So until some other area loses that modifier, we're probably just going to keep standing there and defending. Have not seen any Soviet tanks this time, just infantry. So we may have gotten lucky there and... have infantry volunteers. As for the focus tree, it's of course completely different. So we also had to make some different decisions. I started out doing industry focus just like I did in the original run. With the 4-year plan, I went down to Institute price controls, which is very important for our new national spirit, MIFO bills. And this will increase our amount of consumer goods factories by 2.5% each month. And before we took that focus to with the price controls, it was 3% a month. So we kind of nerfed that, like made that better. Currently we're at 26.5, which is quite high, but there are still a few decisions we can take to lower it, which I will probably do pretty soon. We have 74 political power in the bank, and we have 1 advisor, Hjalmar Schacht, who is a bit different than usual. He no longer gives civilian factory construction speed. He gives military factory construction speed and consumer goods factories factor minus 10%. Quite good. We also were able to already go to war economy right now, this time around, so that's good. And the biggest difference probably is that we already remilitarized the Rhineland. So we actually have some troops on the border with France here. and we are able to, you know, move around freely in our own lands. That's good. Then we did do one experimental thing, and we got the one that's not here, the military support vehicle or whatever. We cannot start a new one yet because we need a breakthrough first. We are about 77.7% on the way to achieving a new land breakthrough. We don't have any facilities yet for the other categories, so that's probably one of the things that we want to focus on probably early this year, or at least we want to get them done in 1937. Currently, we're just constructing civilian factories. We managed to get up to 90 factories, 49 civilians, 31 military. I didn't actually build any military factories this time. I got them all from focus trees from these two over here. We're currently working on this one, only 2 days left. And then a couple days later, we should finish another civilian factory. And then we should have 50 civilian factories, and that will allow us to go for the extra research slot. In the original run, I already had the extra research slot, but that was a different focus tree that did not have the requirement of having 50 civilian factories. So for that reason, this is probably going to be the next focus we take so that we can get that extra research slot as soon as possible. After that, I don't really know what I'm going to do, but I have like 2+ months to think about it now. So yeah, Anschluss works differently as well. We now have 389,000 men in the field. I think originally you needed 550,000 in order to do Anschluss. Now you need the German army to be 23 times bigger than the Austrian army when counting only properly equipped units. And allegedly we have made moderate headway towards this, but we are training a lot of troops now because I just queued up like a bunch more. We're also training up one more Panzer guy, and yeah, these 3 are almost done as well. So that all being said, let's have a quick look at logistics. We're currently a bit short of infantry equipment because I just queued up a bunch of new divisions. Same for light tanks, but all the rest is looking pretty good. We're not even short on planes anymore, so that's interesting to see. Anything else I need to mention? Don't know. Let's have a look at the technology. Oh yeah, one thing I do need to mention. Navy. Last time at the start of the game, I deleted the entire queue and I made my own things, right? This time I didn't do that, so I'm still actually working on hammering out that original queue. I may cancel these 3 in favor of making more just heavy ships. But I do still need to remake the Otten class. This time I'm still Navy drilling because someone gave some good advice in the chat of the live stream and said that I should not be drilling with submarines because they use a disproportionate amount of fuel compared to the amount of experience they generate when drilling them, right? So I'm at 35 Navy experience right now, gaining 0.18 daily. But our fuel reserves are way higher than they were in the original run. So that's an advantage. And other than that, yeah, don't think there's too much worth noting. We have 2 operatives. I did not start building any spy networks yet. So I should probably send this infiltrator guy. Or maybe this escape artist guy. I think I'll send Mr. Wolf here, and I'm gonna have him build an intel network in Paris. I'm gonna have the other guy build an intel network in Spain. Yeah, so that's a disadvantage, something that I kind of forgot to do this time around. I did make a better tank again. I'm not sure if it's as good or the same, at least, as the one I made before. Let's have a quick look. It is also called Ausführung C now, Panzer II Ausführung C. It has 36 breakthrough, 20 soft attack and 18 hard attack, 50 piercing, only 72% reliability. That could be better, but it also has the fuel drums and stuff. Production cost is 10. I think the tank I made in the original run was a bit better. But yeah, we can always make an Ausführung D. We have plenty of military army XP to play around with, I mean. More than we had in the original run as well. But then this time I have not, for example, adapted my Mountaineer division, because the only Mountaineer I had available was stuck in Ethiopia after the Ethiopian war there. I do think I trained another one. It should be part of this army. Yeah, the 2nd Gebirgs Division now is a thing. I also am not producing any anti-air this time, because I just sent one tank division to Spain that can be used to counter any Soviet tanks. And yeah, I did also put a military factory on civilian trains this time, which is just a good thing to do generally, I think, because otherwise you will eventually run out of trains. And yeah, I really think that's all I can talk about now. And if you want more details on exactly what was different and stuff, then feel free to go to my channel page and watch back the stream. That's always appreciated, of course. Also, just for watch time and stuff, you know, YouTube stats, blah, blah, blah. And all these things being said, I will see you tomorrow. And I would love to hear all your thoughts on what's different and what I should do now. And especially with regards to the new mechanics, such as the facilities and stuff. I don't have the inner circle yet, by the way. That needs to be unlocked by doing this one. I do think I might do that after I get the research slot. Go for Führerprinzip so that we can start playing around with the inner circle mechanic. That would be interesting. And yeah. As always, thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow.